Hiya Colin, great to meet up with you on the range on Sunday and do some further work on your game. Just a quick recap on the session itself. First thing we noticed, or first thing we discussed, was the steepening of the shaft in the downswing when viewed from down the line. So if we look at the takeaway, I would say during your takeaway you need to keep your right arm a little bit straighter. Right arm falls a little bit too quickly, therefore the elbows run the risk of dividing. If we watch Charlie Wee here as he takes the club back, arms are straighter for longer and elbows staying a consistent distance apart. So feel like the arms are straighter during the takeaway. As we take the club back, club sets nicely at P3. Because of the bending of the right arm and the elbows dividing, we just get a little bit longer at the top. But then more importantly now, as we start down, there's a definite steepening of the shaft. So that's suggesting to me that there's a lot of rotation, but not enough linear movement. From there now, it's a battle to keep that club on the inside. And we're certainly going to struggle to hit a lot of draw shots from there. Added to that, if you look at the hips themselves, they don't really come out of the forward tilt enough, which is why we get the appearance that the shoulders are steepening a little bit through the golf ball, and then we come out of our inclination to the ground quite a lot after impact. So a real battle to keep inclined to the ground on the same degree that you had at address. Also notice on that one there's quite a lot of face rotation as the club exits the body. So all in all, a lot too much rotation, which is why when we view it from face on, this left leg or left foot rolls off the ground. Take a little look at it from face on, right arm folding a little bit too quickly, elbows dividing, just get a touch long, not too bad on that one. Left shoulder working up quite quickly now there. Left knee doesn't really keep moving forward for long enough. Now as we're coming into impact, the release point's a little bit too far behind the golf ball. Club head passes the hands a little bit too soon. You can see they're not really hitting out at the ball for any great length of time. Shaft now bending to the left. Body overtaking the hips. And we get this sort of forward flexion look in the follow through where the sternum is out in front of the hips. We compare that to what we're seeing with Charlie Wee, and this is the key move for you during your session. We've got to get the feeling that we're going to move the left knee forward and keep the left shoulder down. So from P4 to P5, left knee forward, left shoulder down. Remember, the left shoulder is stay down when you try and force it. The left forward, keeping the left shoulder down. Sorry about the phone call there. Left shoulder down, left knee forward. That's going to help you with your linear movement and allow you to hit out to the golf ball for much longer through impact. We've put the cane in the ground to the left hand side of your head to allow you or encourage you to continue to extend into the finish rather than racing out in front of it after you hit the golf ball. So here we have you doing the drill from the top of the backswing. We're going to get the left knee moving forward, keeping the left shoulder down. Brilliant move, that really strong. You can see how you get a nice sort of, you just short a P6 there, but that P6 position will be absolutely fantastic at that point. Someone's really trying to conspire to go against me during this lesson, but I'm not going to redo it because we're getting some good info to you at this point. One of the beauties of working from home, I guess. So the left knee forward, keeping the left shoulder down. Brilliant move. When we look at it from down the line during your rehearsal, Left knee forward, keeping the left shoulder down. Really keeps the arms in there. Coming into P6, you can see that arm now is much more beneath the left shoulder, whereas previously, because of the too much rotation, not enough linear movement, it was getting a little bit out in front of your left shoulder. So much better move at that point. With the swing itself, as you would expect, it's a sort of compromise between the two. Missed something there about your rehearsal. Once you've moved that left knee down and forward, get the left leg straightening through impact, tucking the backside and raising the belt. The swing itself, from the top of the backswing, much more linear movement there, P4 to P5. At P6, we've now again got more linear movement. The release point is nearer to the golf ball. As we come to impact, we've got more shaft lean. Club doesn't overtake the hands quite as early. Hitting out at the golf ball for longer. Hip centres further forward. Right shoulder hasn't raced in front of the left quite as much. And as a result, we have much more of an extension look to the finish, as opposed to the forward flexed look that we had on the top footage. We look at it from down the line. Because of the improved linear movement and because of the improved takeaway, we're a little bit tighter at the top of the backswing, not quite as long, not quite as out of control. The elbows have stayed together better. Much better move down, no steepening of the shaft there. That's really good. Coming through impact, the hips come out the forward tilt much earlier. You can see there the yellow line compared to the red. There's much more of a raising of the hips on the way through, and look how much more you stay inclined to the ground the longer. That left shoulder doesn't have to work up as early. The club doesn't need to be forced on the inside now. It is on the inside, and as a result you can come through with much less flipping of the club face as well. So if you look at the difference in the club face angle there now as it exits the body compared to what we see here on your initial footage. So a really good session, Col. Plenty of work with the shaft to the left hand side of your head. Remember to keep the arms a little bit straighter from P1 to P2 and keep moving down and forward with that left knee, keeping the left shoulder down, hitting a lot of shots with a cut-off finish just to emphasize the movement of the body and encourage a little bit better extension on the way through. Good luck with it. Keep me posted. I look forward to working with you again for the rest of what could be a very productive, or should I say will be a very productive 2012. Well done. Good luck.